Modern fish finders are pretty much marvels of technology, and in addition to standard 2D sonar, many now offer side imaging as well as down imaging. You need to really understand these three modes and when to use them to get the most from your fishing electronics. You paid a lot for them. Make sure you get plenty of value for those hard-earned dollars. So the first mode I'd like to talk about is the standard mode. You should be able to use this on your fish finder, but if you're having problems with basic operation, please, I know it's boring, but you need to read the manual and take it with you out on the water. Try out the various functions a few times, get used to the interface, get used to how you change screens and technologies, and really learn to use your fish finder. You need to spend more time on that fish finder every day than you do with your toothbrush if you really want to learn how to use it. It does a really good job of scanning beneath the hull and finding fish. But in cluttered environments where there's a lot of structure or cover on the bottom, whether that's submerged stumps, whether that's lots of rocks, whether that's just wildly varying terrain underwater, down imaging really does provide better imaging than standard sonar. So after you've swept an area with your standard sonar, it's really smart to switch to your down imaging and make sure that you've located every fish, every big fish, and that you have a full picture of what's going on down there. If you're fishing in water that is less than 50 feet deep, a good idea though is to run your side imaging sonar to constantly look for fish where you don't expect to find them. Not just directly under the GPS spots you've located or directly over the structure or cover that you think is going to hold fish. That is one of the tips and one of the tricks that pros use that really differentiates them from the average Joes. They're going to run that side imaging sonar moving slowly until they spot fish that they're not ready for. Then they're going to hone in on those if they're worth going after. Down imaging and side imaging are auxiliaries to your standard 2D sonar to be used in certain situations. You can't just run them all the time, and you can't leave your sonar on one function. It's not a set it and forget it kind of system, at least not if you want to make the most out of its expensive electronics.